Noff Clipper, hi friends, Darth Momo here, and today we're going to talk about Star Wars The Acolyte. We're going to talk about the first two episodes. The first one was called Lost/Found. The second one was called Revenge/Justice. Sorry I'm a little late on that. I didn't get to watch it until just a few minutes ago. I had to wait a whole day, which, I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. I should be on time next week, though. We'll keep it brief, though. So basically, the main plot comes down to there's Jedi being killed, and it's the twin sister of this former Padawan. So this Padawan has to team up with her former master. She left the Order a few years ago, so she has to team up with her master and a couple other Jedi to track down her twin sister, who is presumably working for a Sith. So I'll just kind of briefly talk about my scattered thoughts on these. That's pretty much the basic plot. It is what it is. We'll keep it simple like that. So I will say I'm surprised. So I know that the Matrix actress was like hyped up to be a big part of the series. So I was surprised when she got stabbed, and I was like, great, they're gonna have another character survive another stab, and then it's like, nope, she's dead. I'm like, oh, okay, wow. I was genuinely surprised by that. It's 100 years before the Phantom Menace. Does it feel like it's 100 years before the Phantom Menace? I don't know what 100 years before the Phantom Menace would look like. It's kind of weird. It doesn't feel like it's got that same prequel aesthetic, but it doesn't quite feel like it's from like the originals or the sequels either. So that's kind of weird. It's almost like its own aesthetic. I will say, I love some of the references, like the Trade Federation and the Nemoidians at the beginning. The planet that the main character crashes on is Karlak, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the planet that Ahsoka meets Death Watch on in Season 4 of the Clone Wars. So that was kind of cool. The new characters seem they're all right. I don't have any issue with them. I don't necessarily love any of them, but I don't have any issue with them. It seems to be more or less in line with the High Republic books. I know it's decades later, but it seems to be alright. It's definitely a different time for the Jedi, but there's still that element of like the arrogance and all that from the prequels that you can kind of see slowly starting to seep in, maybe just not on the same scale. Otherwise, I'm liking the series. If I had to guess, there's an interview that I know gets talked about a lot where Leslie Headland said that she saw like Frozen, and she's like, oh, I would love to do this for, Star Wars, or make something like that. So if I had to guess, that's equating the fact that Frozen was about two sisters, and now this seems like it's going to be about two sisters, which I don't mind. It's like I said, I've liked it so far. I don't love it. It's a little slow at times. I'd maybe give it so far, these first two episodes, a 7 out of 10. It's done a good job kind of setting up the story, and it does move somewhat quickly. It's not slow or anything. Maybe certain scenes are, but overall it still moves along. Granted, we have 6 more episodes, so it's still a little too early to judge the whole thing. But as for these 2 episodes alone, they were all right. They weren't anything special to me, but they weren't bad by any means. It was definitely cool kind of seeing it, because I'm not into the High Republic like a lot of people are. I've got Light of the Jedi on my shelf. I tried reading it, and I couldn't get into it. So I'm almost going into this similar to a casual fan, which is kind of fun and exciting in a sense. Like I said, I'm not gunning for this like I was for Bad Batch Season 3, but I'm enjoying it so far, and I look forward to next week's episode and the rest of them to see how this plays out. If I had to guess, the only other prediction I was going to make was, or I guess plot point I was going to try to discuss is I'm guessing that the Acolyte, or the lady who she's working for, the Sith dude, if I had to guess, he's the Sith, but he's an apprentice, and he's seeking his own apprentice to kill his master. Because that's the main goal of the twin sister, the evil twin sister. She's trying to kill Jedi to prove herself to this Sith guy. So if I had to guess, that's the Sith apprentice, and he's looking for his own apprentice to kill his master. But like I said, I should be back next week on time, sometime Tuesday evening. So thank you guys for joining in. Sorry this was late, but I still appreciate your patience. And may the Force be with you, always. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. If you liked the video, comment down below and hit that like button. Oh, and check out some of my other videos. I'm sure you'll find them a delight.